okay, the trend that I'm seeing, and it's playing itself out in many different ways, and that is this human desire for freedom, which has always been around, now combining with this crazy moment in history with the COVID pandemic where work was interrupted, disrupted. You pick the adjective, not the whatever happened, the noun or whatever I'm saying. I don't know. All of a sudden, I've lost all grammar ability. But you can pick the word. But it was disrupted, interrupted, and it made us think about so much. It made us think about the rhythm in which we work. It made us think about the location in which we work. It made us think about the type of work that we enjoy. It just was an unbelievable time in history. And we'll look back on it, and I think that there'll be so much that we'll learn from it. But it was the domino that is going to radically change how we work, where we work, when we work, on and on and on and on. So you take that seminal moment in history, and it's almost like it was a big, giant bucket of gasoline, and you poured it on a raging fire that existed in the soul of man to be free. Thomas Jefferson writes it well, the pursuit of happiness. That is just hardwired in all of us. And so here's something interesting I think there's a lot in what we search for. And I should probably dive into this more often. I really appreciate the team hitting me with this, but remote jobs on Google search hit a record high. But the top 5 occupations might surprise you. This is from a Fast Company article. And we were sitting in the meeting with the team the other day, and Alex threw this up on the big TV. And I went through it like I'm going to go through it with you. And I had some thoughts, and I'm going to share them. Number 1, these are the top 5 occupations that people searched on Google. And keep in mind, the phrase was how to become. That was the search phrase. And these are the 5. Oh, good. They're putting it on the screen for those of you watching. For those of you that are listening, number 1, how to become a real estate agent. 2, how to become a notary. 3, how to become a travel agent. 4, how to become a flight attendant. 5, how to become a pilot. Now, I'm just going to pause here, and I'm going to roll through these really quick. And I want you, those of you that are listening and watching, I want you to just think really quickly, is there a theme that you see? Are there 2 themes? Here we go. Real estate agent, notary, travel agent, flight attendant, pilot. Do you see a theme? I see one clear theme, and it's freedom. So let me show you what I mean. Well, first of all, when you look at remote jobs hit a record high, and then you see the top 5 occupations, there is somewhat of a correlation. And here's what I see when I say freedom. Let's look at real estate agent. A real estate agent who gets up and running and going, they don't have normal office hours. They're coordinating with their clients when to show a house, when to take them out to see a house. They work essentially for themselves, even though they're underneath a broker. There's this self-employed mentality. Obviously, you get what you put in when you're a real estate agent. But I think that there is a sense of, well, if I blow it up, I can make as much money as I want. I can also decide how many clients I want to represent. Again, do you see what's going on here? Freedom of choice. A notary. Now, this is interesting. I thought this was the most interesting, but let me tell you what I know about notaries. Notaries go through their certification process, and I think there's like a notary on every floor at Ramsey Solutions, if I'm not mistaken. But the point is, you know what a notary does? A notary is just always on call for that thing that needs to be notarized. They're very detail-oriented, and it's a nice little side hustle. It's a little extra money, and I don't really work for anybody. I'm just on call. Everybody needs a notary at some point, and what am I seeing here? I'm looking for something that's pretty easy to do. I can control how much I do it. Makes me a little extra money. Freedom. Next, travel agent. Fascinating to me. So my wife recently went through the process of kicking the tires on being a travel agent. She had her girlfriend who's got a travel agency, and she was talking to Stacy. She goes, "You'd be great. You'd be great. You'd be great." Okay. So I asked Stacy why. She goes, "I think it might be fun." And I said, "Well, why?" She said, "Well, I love planning our vacations. You get a lot of benefits, and travel's involved too, you know. So the benefits lead to travel. All that travel agent, again, works on her time, however she wants, when she wants, with who she wants. What's going on? Ding, 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 freedom." Flight attendant. How to become a flight attendant. Now, what's going on with that? Can I just tell you something? The idea of handing out peanuts and drinks to all you people on a plane makes me want to jump off of a plane without a parachute. So obviously someone who's interested in that has probably a pretty good service background and loves serving people, because that's a service-oriented job. But you know what else it is? Doesn't have normal office hours. You're getting travel all over the place. Again, where's a word here? Free. Freedom to fly. And then pilot. Now, pilot is very expensive to get trained and certified for that. Very expensive. But again, what's the theme? What's the theme? Well, I'm flying. Fly all around the world. Nobody telling me what to do other than air traffic control, right? It's very interesting. What I see here is a theme of freedom. Freedom. And so the reason I share the list is this. What is it that you would search on Google? How to become a... But with these being the top 5, there is a pattern here. It's just like any poll, any survey. What's amazing about surveys is they can poll 1,000 people is considered a legitimate source of people that you are doing a poll on. And then what they do is they get all these answers and they extrapolate them. And they go, okay, we can now say that a majority of people, and so they can do it with great certainty. Okay. So in this situation, you've got these specific things are popping up as the top 5. And what we need to take away from this is actually really simple. People are looking to work for themselves. People are looking to make, let's call it, in their minds, unlimited income, in the sense that I'm going to make a little side money, or I have the opportunity to make really, really good money, because the travel agent, the notary, that's a side agent thing, but it's something that I can do over here. So people are going to always look for extra income. But let me tell you what that boils down to: freedom. And I want you to understand that if you can get to a point in your work life and the way you look at work and the way you look at your finances and go, wait a second, what I'm really looking for is freedom. And then answer the question, what do I want freedom to do? That's the whole point of sharing this. What do you long for freedom to do? Well, I want to be free to travel. I want to be free to spend time with my grandkids. I want to be free to give money. I want to be free to answer that question. What do you want to be free to do? That's your own Google search right there. And that is a game changer. What do you long to be free to do? Talk about as deep as soul level as you can get. This is the Ken Coleman Show. Press on.